Hey boys, welcome back to some more Nrl Supercoach 2019. This is going to be the round 2 preview, and also I'm going to do my tips for the round. I was going to do like a preview for this round, but honestly, I'm not going to get time to go through like all the teams, so I'm going to give like in this video, we're going to combine it all together, because there's not too much to talk about for Supercoach wise. I think this might be the first time ever where the second round I'm not going to make any trades, because there's not really anything I can do. So there's two players I would love to bring in Fafita, but there's no way to bring in Fafita without downgrading someone, because who am I going to, I would have to downgrade. Honestly, I've been thinking about getting rid of Ponga for Michael Morgan. That frees up 200k, but I got to give Ponga another week. They're up against the Panthers, who can leak some points. Yeah, I can't get rid of Ponga, and I don't feel like there's much point in making too many changes before the prices change anyway. If Ponga has another shocker and Morgan goes well, I might switch Ponga out for Morgan, although it's still risky, but it would just free up so much cash. Morgan will make a stack, Ponga will lose a bunch. I don't know. That's one thing I'm thinking about. And then the other guy, so Jacob Host for the Dragons. I wanted to get Host in from the start, but as you can see, well, you can't see it, but he's 196,000, which is very annoying. It's just above cheapie range, so cheapie is 168k, well, as cheap as you can get, and I've only got 18,500, so I wanted him from round 1, but I just couldn't swing it. Again, I would have had to, downgrade one of my, gun players, and I felt like I didn't really want to do that. But now, so Jacob Host, Frizzell's out, DeBellon's obviously out. Host is going to get another 6 weeks, probably starting, and he'll make a bunch of cash. So for next week, I'm probably going to want to get him in somehow. And the other guy I'm a little bit iffy on is Reed Marnie. So he got 63, but he did get a try. So I'm a little bit iffy about Reed Marnie. And one guy, Brandon Smith, for 240k, he came off the bench last week, played 40 minutes, and he played in the back row. And Brandon Smith's an absolute gun. He gets in, he makes tackles, he makes hit-ups. He's just a little pocket rocket. So honestly, I feel like next week, again, I'll see how Marnie goes, I'll see how Brandon Smith goes. If Marnie can just, Marnie's solid, but I don't know. I'm just a little iffy on if he's going to be able to bang out 50 points every week, 50, 60, which I wanted. But if he's only going to get 30, 40s without a try or a try assist, then, getting another 100 and something odd K,000, downgrading to Brandon Smith, who's going to bang out 40 points regardless, I think that's probably good. And then that allows me to upgrade sort of who I want. So that's what I'm thinking about. But yeah, I'm not going to make any trades for this week. I just feel like give everyone another go. There's no point making any, rash decisions. And at the moment, I've got Tedesco as captain. I don't know about that one. I've got vice captaincy on Smith, but I don't know. The captaincy is so, oh man, I've talked about it before, but I honestly don't like the way the captaincy works in this comp. It's just it's just all luck, but I don't know. I'll see if I keep with that. So yeah, that's the Supercoach. We'll get to the tips for this week. So we actually got the odds here as well, which is handy. So the Thursday night game, Dragons v Rabbitohs. Rabbitohs are heavy favourites. I actually think the Dragons have a pretty solid team. They obviously, they lost to the Cowboys fairly convincing at the end, but I like Norman in the team. I like Widdop at fullback. Apparently they're going to sort of make some reshuffles with Dufty coming into fullback midway through, Hunt coming to the half or to hooker, and Widdop coming into the halves. So I think that actually, honestly, that would be a much more dangerous team. But I got to tip Rabbitohs. Their team is still very, very solid. Inglis obviously back. Gago on the wing I think is a much better move for him. So I'm going to go with Rabbitohs there. I think they'll win. I don't think comfortably. Canberra Raiders v Storm, Friday night game. The Raiders were pretty good, but I can't go past the Storm. I think the Storm will win that game. I think the Raiders, they beat the Titans pretty comfortably, but let's be honest, the Titans lost both their halves, one before kickoff and then one 5 minutes into the game, and then it was terrible conditions. They got a couple of tries off kicks. I think that first round was a little, not a fluke. I think the Raiders are going to be pretty good this year, but I don't think they're going to be that good every week. And coming up against the Storm, it is a Canberra's home ground, but I'm going to go with the Storm. Broncos v Cowboys. The Broncos are heavy favourites. That surprises me a lot. I don't know why the Cowboys are such roughies in this game. I mean, it's going to be a thriller either way. The Cowboys have Maguire, Opicic, and Jordan Kahu playing against the old firm there. I've got to go with the Bronx. I actually tipped the Bronx last week against the Storm, which was stupid because the Broncos can never beat the Storm. But I feel like it's going to be a good game regardless. But I'm going to go with the Broncos. I just can't believe they're such favourites, honestly. Sharks v Titans. I've got to go with Sharks. If the Titans were full strength with Tyrone Roberts and Ash Taylor, I would go with the Titans. But missing your two best halves, it doesn't matter what team you are, you're going to struggle. And the Sharks, they didn't play their best in round one, but I think, again, they're a good side. Got to go with the Sharks. I'm going with all favourites here. Newcastle v Penrith. So, Newcastle are favourites. Again, that's a little surprising. I mean, they were very good against the Sharks. I got to say, their forward pack looks very strong this year. Mitchell Pearce and Ponga in the halves, I think, is very dangerous. Connor Watson he's so dangerous at the back. He's a very, very good player. I still have my doubts about their outside backs. Jesse Ramian is a huge pickup, and I think he's an absolute gun. But, I mean, Heimel Hunt is solid. Sean Kenny-Dow was very good in the first round, but he's definitely liable for a few errors. And then Edric Lee was actually really good as well. So, I'm a bit iffy about their outside backs, but they all, were excellent in round one. So, I don't know. Honestly, I like the Knights in this game, but I'm going to go with Penrith. I think Panthers will bounce back. I mean, Cleary was terrible in round one. A lot of their forwards didn't aim up at all against Newcastle. I mean, not Newcastle. Who did they verse? Eels. Yeah, they versed Eels, and they didn't aim up at all. Really, the Eels out-muscled them handedly. So I'm going to go with Panthers to bounce back. Roosters, Manly. This one's I'm going to go with Roosters. Manly, let's be real. They're no chance. They don't have Tom Trbojevic. They don't have the strike out wide, in all honesty. Moses Sully looked pretty damaging in round one, but other than that, they just don't have the strike, I think. Also, Adam Fanua-Blake is out, who is one of their, he's a premium forward. He's very, very good. So yeah, Roosters are going to win that. Bulldogs, Eels. Going to go with Eels. I think the Eels are very, very good. Dylan Brown looks excellent. The Bulldogs were terrible in round one. I definitely think the Bulldogs will be better in round two, but got to go with the Eels there. And then West Tigers v Warriors. Again, the West Tigers are favourites. I mean, I guess Warriors away from home, it's always tough. The Tigers were pretty good in round one. But you know what? I'm going to go with the Warriors. I think the Warriors can double up here. I still like their side. Kieran looked like a very adept replacement for Johnson. He looked dangerous. He looked solid. Blake Green is still, controls the team. And then, they got a strong forward pack. Their outside backs, very powerful. I'm going to go with the Warriors to win that one. So, yeah, there's the tips. Supercoach. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Let me know your tips in the comments as well, and I'll see you guys in the next one.